a specialist, she's going to want to share her skills with her new teachers, so she'll become a mentor. And of course, being a mentor won't be enough for Nancy, so she'll want to work with EL learners as well.
Oh, Lisa, we're...
They told me that. They told me.
That's what you think.
That's what the extra money's for.
Yeah. Maybe sometime.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, my wife and I want to thank you all. Thank the owners, man. This is a beautiful house, beautiful backyard. Thank you guys so much. Seriously, thank you so much. I'm doing this for my mom. That means so much. I'm gonna cry for sure because I cried at my wedding like a baby. And she was right there with me, walking down the aisle. And, Mom, I just want to thank you. Seriously, being your child. You know, you've done so much for us, for my two older sisters, and just seeing you, how hard you worked, all that you've done for our family. You have really inspired me and encouraged me. I admire you. I look up to you so much, Mom. And just thank you, and thank you all for being with my mom through these years. How long has it been?
Long time.
When was Jesus born?
Yeah, you know, so
Not long enough. Not that long.
I just want to thank you guys so much for being there with her and even hearing some encouraging words tonight about her. It's so true. It is who she is. She's that same person that she is at class all the time, I'm sure. And so cheers to you, Mom.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I love you. Can't wait to travel the world with you.
He's a character. I like him. I like that one. He's like his dad. Yes.
To us 21 years ago or so. You moved here from South Dakota. You were very excited because you thought you might teach in an area called Lake Elsinore. Think about those lakes that we're from South Dakota, those beautiful lakes. But you landed in Fontana. And I told you about Upland, and even though teachers on my staff at Upland Elementary said she'll never get in, there are a lot of people trying to get into Upland, you got right in because you're so incredible. And I was so lucky to teach with you and be your friend. You mentored our staff, those of us that listened. And you went on to Magnolia and Sycamore, and everywhere you went, you touched so many children. But in that whole time, I know you were doing great things for teachers, but you were my friend, our friend. And our families have been through a lot together, and I'm very blessed to have you for a friend and also a colleague, because I think you and I love teaching as much. You know, we both loved our jobs very much, and you are going to love retirement from public. I'm starting year 5, so.
I remember when Janet retired, I was like,
I know, 4 more years and you did it. So I appreciate you having an ex-Upland teacher here, and I'm so happy for
it's
you
because
and
of Janet
Dave.
that I ended up in Upland.
Awesome.
Thank
I
you.
had to call in some favors to get you hired.
A job that you did that maybe somebody didn't know about you. And when this one was read, I thought, there isn't a single person in this room that I think did that. I have no idea. And you're gonna have to remind me, but it was cutting off.
Paws off of mink.
Paws off of mink. And I was like, you did this?
When you're in a small town in South Dakota, there are not a lot of choices.
But that was the beginning of a very, very wonderful friendship with Nancy and I, because I felt like I really needed to know this person to do this. But I do think as a teacher, there's a handful of people you meet in your career that make a significant impact on your trajectory in life, and you are one of them. And Sycamore will never be the same without you. I don't know what I'm going to do without you at my window every morning going like this. I'm going to see if I am in there.
Is she in there?
But I will be in there, so come see me. And I won't forget to take you to lunch if you come see me. Because I love you. And thank you for everything you've done for me and everybody at Sycamore. You are a very special person.
Mark, sorry to cry. Thanks for that. But we go way back. Not probably as far as you and Janet, but like you knew Janet first because obviously she brought you to Upland. Thank you, Janet. But yeah, we go way back. You know, teaching kindergarten together, and boy, that was fun. And I thought we would get to do that, like come back together and teach again. It just didn't happen. But our paths have just always kind of just gone along side by side, you know, and when you left to Magnolia, it just kind of was, you know, I wanted to go to Magnolia, but I had the opportunity to go job share at Cabrillo, and so you went to Magnolia instead, and then when you went to Sycamore, I came and replaced you at Magnolia, so things just kind of fell into place, and we've just always kind of gone there, and living together. I mean, you don't know Nancy till you've lived with her. And Dave was there too.
You needed that too. So
Yes, it was great. It was really great. And book club, I mean, we just have so much fun together. We always have, and you've always been there for me, and you've always been a great friend, and like everyone else, you have touched my life immensely, and I know you will continue to do so, and I'm so happy for you, and wish you all the best. And it's not goodbye, because I'll see you next 2 weeks. See you at book club. So thank you so much, and I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. I love you.
You know, I moved very far away from Upland, but I was very lucky because I moved so close to Nancy, and this year we got to ride to work together many times, and it was always such a joy when I would know that Nancy and I were riding together, because I feel like we talked about so many things, not just work stuff, but just about life. And I feel like this year I really gained you as a friend, and I always thought of you as such a colleague. And when I did my master's, I did it to be a reading specialist because I wanted to be like you. And yeah, you are going to be very missed, but I've really loved getting closer to you this year and have so much fun being retired. and I'm going to be married. So we'll have a lot to talk about after that.
We're only 10 minutes away.
Exactly. But I love you, Nancy, and enjoy your retirement.
Emotional, so I'm just going to keep it copacetic. Of course, I don't know Nancy as long as you all have, but here I go. Coming to Sycamore, you made me feel so welcome. Just like you supported the teachers and the students, you also supported me, and I can never thank you enough for that. And I mean, she keeps me organized, she keeps me safe, she gives me plants that I can't die or kill, even though she's like, what are you doing with this plant? I'm like, I need a low maintenance. She's like, this is as low maintenance as you can get, Jackson. Like, what's wrong with you? But
she needs a bottle of water.
I just need a little bit. But thank you for everything you've done for the students, for the teachers, and for me. There is never going to be another Waldowski. You will definitely be missed, but I know you're going to do great things and enjoy life with your family and your grandbabies and your children. But just don't forget us about come back and visit us at Sycamore. You're always welcome. We can always find something for you to do.
Wednesday, remember?
So thank you. You've definitely touched not only everyone else's life, but you've touched mine as well. So thank you.
make you feel. Oh no.
Poor Mel.
That you've known them forever, and Nancy's one of those people. You meet her, and she's just like you've been friends forever, because she just finds a way to just like bring you in, and that's super important when you're new to a staff and you're just like getting like used to everything, and then just to have that sweet face come and talk to you, it just brightens your day. She's a special person. I've seen her work with my son. And just to have such a big heart. So I've seen that side, and he's special, so he needed a lot of love. But just as a, I still feel kind of new to Sycamore, but I never felt new to you. So I love working with you, and you're special. And like everybody said, like there's nobody like Nancy. we love you. We adore you. You're a special soul. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for kids and for us. Yes, we need it.
Tearing up over here. I can't have this. So the first day I was at Sycamore, Nancy walks in my office and says, "This is not going to do." I'll redo your office.
She decorates everything.
I know. She says, "What's my budget?" She goes, "What's my budget?" I did. And I said, "What would you like?" And she said $100. And I said, "Done." And I figured out, I heard afterward from Dave, I got off easy. Real easy. And it's been nice getting to know Dave, because he'll poke his head in all the meetings when I'm talking with Nancy and giving me best information. And I don't know if you shared this with anybody, because we used to have TOSA and reading specialist meetings together, and one of the reading specialists said to Nancy one time, to me, I was there, we're talking with each other because we were the poster child for Christina. Because we were always there first. I was there first. Is that your husband? And I heard Nancy whisper under her breath, "Hell no."
No, I said it was my work husband.
I heard hell no. She does. Especially having the kids.
We bring it out in them.
So Nancy, you were so welcoming. Thank you for everything. I'm going to miss you, but hopefully you'll share him with me on Zoom meetings. Thank you.
Welcoming to me, and there was years where I didn't have support, and she knows what I'm talking about, and she was always there and always supported me. I have to work with some challenging kids, but she always was a listening ear. She always stuck up for me and was by me, and I really appreciate that, because I didn't have anybody at the time. So I really, really appreciate that. You even tried to get me a computer,
I did get you a computer.
Yeah, you did get me a computer.
You want to decorate her area?
She bedazzled it. So you did everything to help me out when I didn't have anybody at the time. So I really appreciate that. So thank you so much, and I'm gonna miss you dearly. So thank you for everything.
Such a hard year, and I think just like Robin said, you are so supportive. I had a really rough year with just a challenging group, and Nancy would come in 30 minutes each day, and I just remember those were like the best 30 minutes of the day that she would come in. And I just remember you came in and you told all the kids, "All right, everyone get your stuff out of your desk. We are reorganizing everything." And you just totally just transformed my year. And I have to say, you were the reason why I got through that tough year. And just every year after that, I know, I haven't known you as long as everyone else, but just like everyone's been saying, you're just so nurturing, and I always feel like I can come to you with anything, and you're just so great with the kids, and I will really, really miss you. And like everyone said, there really won't anyone who comes up to, you know, the standard you put the reading specialist at. So thank you so much.
I thought it was just me, but apparently everybody. Way to go, Nancy. But you have the heart of a servant, and it's so powerful. Thank you.
Everyone's talking about you, and I know the retirement's not going to affect me. In fact, I'll probably get more time with you. But I'm just so thankful. Ever since I joined your family, you have been, like everyone said, so supportive, so loving, and you know, I didn't grow up with a lot of like parent presence. My mom always worked, and she was a single mom. And you, ever since you came into my life, you've taught me so many things. You've taught me recipes. You've taught me how to paint my furniture.
Decorate. Organize.
I feel so blessed because I really don't see you as a mother-in-law. I see you like my mom. And I'm just so thankful. And I just want to honor you because you really are everything that everyone's saying. You're beautiful inside and out. And I admire you so much. And I'm so excited for what the future has for you and Dave.
Traveling the world.
Taking care of your kids. Just throw that in there. I just want to say I love you so much. And yeah, thank you for your presence in each of our lives.
Folks want to share about Nancy?
Here it comes.
It's gonna be like Johnny Carson. Closing.
I don't have to go last here, but I think her, you know, reading teaching might be a little overrated. I mean, I like to read, and I'm reading at night with my Kindle. And then what happens when I'm reading is I start falling asleep, and then the Kindle literally falls out of my hand, it falls on my chest like that. For some reason, that makes her very angry.
So annoying.
Yes, Nancy. Yes.
She's not always sweet.
That's probably the worst thing that
She's not always sweet. So and I'm not kidding you. This makes her really mad. I'm reading.
No, let me. He's like this, reading, and I'm like calmly reading mine, and he's like,
So what, right?
I'm like,
so what? Who cares?
Stop it! I mean, I try really hard to be really patient.
Like on the couch, you're like, go to bed.
Okay.
I'm not sleeping.
So she goes, if you drop one more time, I'm going to snatch that Kindle away from you.
I did.
She actually did. She snatched the Kindle away from me. I'm trying to read.
So it's not all about reading.
So it's,
Dave, we're supposed to have Kindles at Sycamore. Now I know why we don't have
very
them.
Get a real book. Come on. What's the big deal? So I dropped the Kindle. Anyway, Janet brought Nancy to Upland. That's true. But I think I deserve quite a bit of credit. Because when I first met Nancy, what were you doing?
That's true.
What were you doing? She was
I didn't feed off me. I thought I said.
Got me the calls off of me. No, that's not what I meant. No, I had to do that to have, you know.
When I first met Nancy, she was in a secretarial training
That's all
program,
you could do back then.
which is fine. That's good. No problem. That's a good thing. But I don't know where this came from. But I said, you need to be an elementary education
Because you
teacher.
know I love kids.
I don't know where that came from, but we were early in our marriage when she was still listening to me. She actually did it. She actually did it. And once, I have to say, I take a little credit for getting her into it, but once she got into it, she just took off.
she just took off, you know, like crazy, and did all the training. I mean, I was always trying to discourage her from taking all this training. You know, come on. She did all the training she possibly could, and so that's to her credit. Now, I think I know more about Sycamore than I do about my own school.
Oh no.
I won't go on and on. Don't worry, Emer, I won't go on and on. But here, I'll give you a little scenario. We ride home together every day. She picks me up, I pick her up. We got a 45-minute ride home. So she says, "How was your day?" I say, "Fine." Then the next 45 minutes, I hear about Sycamore. And then sometimes we're driving in the morning, and you guys start texting her. I get another 45 minutes. 90 minutes of Sycamore. What am I going to do? I can't walk out. I'm driving 75 miles an hour down the freeway. I can't turn the radio up. I can't put the headphones in. So what I do is I pretend like it's a TV miniseries. You might as well make the best of it, right? You know, it's Sycamore season 1.
Breaking Bad.
We're on about season 5 now. But I shouldn't say this, but I call it Cyclemore.
Ooh.
That's not nice. No, that's not nice. But that's a joke.
Tough crowd.
Tough crowd. But you know, you have a lot of characters here. Some of the characters I know their names and their faces. Some I only know the names. You know, you got Kiana, you got Jeannie, you got Kelly, you got Janet. I'm always confused on Janet. Is it Pelkey or Jankowski?
Yes. I can go either way.
I like Jankowski, but then you got what did I say, Kelly? I think there's 2 Julies maybe.
Julie. He does listen.
Yeah.
Season 5. You better have the characters down.
Sarah, all these.
2 Maddies.
Yeah, Maddie. And then she says.
I like to talk through everything, you know.
And then she says, "Julie said this." I go, wait a minute. Which Julie we talking about?
Not me.
All this stuff straight here.
Rewind.
And then we got Fred. He's kind of a newer character. I don't know what we're gonna talk about after this.
He'll still talk about it.
2 last things quickly. Nancy's mostly a very normal person. Mostly. But she's a little unusual in a few ways. And one of the things is when she goes to a teacher training thing, you know, she goes to the training and she actually comes back and she actually does what they said in her classroom, you know? I mean, most of us, we go to the training and we go back and do the same shit we did.
Amen, brother.
But she actually does it and it actually works. I'm not kidding about that. And she's done that for many years. And she became a very great, you know, classroom teacher. I know that. No thanks to me, but thanks to her and the training. What is your mascot here?
A stallion.
Stallions. Yes, stallions. Well, looks like she's going to be getting a new stallion.
Wow.
A new stallion here, 24/7. See what I'm saying? Yes,
I wouldn't say so new though. Maybe used,
I like
not
that
new.
stallion thing. It's very, very good. Very good. Yeah.
Oh, you're
Very nice. A lot of time, a lot of travel. Driving down the road. I'm very lucky, as you know. So bless you all. Thank you all for being nice to everybody.
You
guys all know I'm really bad at this.
Dave is always the one that speaks for our family, as you can see. But I was thinking about life, and first of all, I want to thank Laura and Andrew for doing this tonight. This was
wonderful.
So sweet. Thank you for social. There's your gift. Thank you, social, for putting this on. But I was thinking of how I read to my kids all the time about the life cycle. And all of a sudden it hit me. I was reading a couple weeks ago this book with my kids, and I thought, wow, my life has been like a life cycle. So I started in my 20s, having my kids, you know, babies. I couldn't leave them. I did work, but at night. And I had the most odd jobs, as you know. One of them was cutting the paws off of.
Which had to be done at night, yeah.
But I also worked in a hospital because I could not leave my kids. And so I did that at night. And in my 30s, I started thinking, you know, it's time to think about my teaching career. And I was done having kids, and I started to have them, they were getting into school age. And so then I got a teaching job, and I worked and worked and worked. So for my 30s, and I'm 60. So for 30 years, you know, you work hard. As a mom, we work hard. And it's hard to juggle all that and try to figure out what is the best and what is the most important. But you know, you just do your best. That's all you can do. You do your best. And is it perfect? No, it's not going to be perfect, but it's all we can do for whoever we are. We just do what we can do. And so I feel like now it's a circle of life, because now I started with my kids in my 20s, and now in my 60s, I get to end with my kids and my grandkids. And it's a really cool place to be.
It really is.
And I love all of you. And it's been an amazing journey. But you know, everything good has to come to an end. And it's time for a new journey. So thank you to all of you, to every one of you. Every one of you have been a special part of my life. And I really appreciate it. And now it's time to dance.